Mixtures and solutions. Concept 1. Separating mixtures and solutions. The first essential question is, how can a mixture be separated? The first thing you need to think about when separating a mixture is what kind of mixture you have. If you have a mixture with large particles, like this gravel and water mixture, you're able to separate it using a screen. The screen has holes that are small enough to catch the gravel particles. So you can pour the mixture through the screen, and the screen will catch the gravel pieces, but the water will go right through. So here you have the gravel, and there's the water. It's been separated. Sometimes you have a mixture where the particles are smaller. This is a mixture of water and powder. The screen has holes that are too big to separate the water and powder, so we need something with smaller holes. This filter paper has smaller holes, so when I pour the water and powder mixture through, the powder gets caught in the filter paper while the clear water comes through underneath. As it's getting separated, you can start to see the powder is getting clumped up and stuck in that filter paper, and the clear water is coming through the bottom. Almost all of this powder is getting separated out and stuck in the filter paper. Sometimes you have a special kind of mixture called a solution. This is a mixture of salt and water, and it's special because the salt dissolved in the water. We can't even see the salt anymore. This is not going to be separated by a screen or a filter. We need to do something different. We need to set it up to evaporate. If we pour this solution into an evaporation dish and let it sit to evaporate, eventually the water will all evaporate into the air and it will leave the salt particles behind. This is what it will look like after the water has all evaporated away. It leaves the salt behind. That is how you can separate a solution. The second essential question is, how can you determine if a clear liquid is a solution? In order to determine whether a clear liquid is a solution, one thing you can do is evaporate it. This is a clear liquid. I'm not sure if it is just water or if it's a solution. So I'm going to pour it into this evaporation dish. After I let the evaporation dish sit for a few days, I'll know whether it's a solution or not. Because if it's just water, the water is all going to evaporate away and I'm going to have an empty evaporation dish. However, at the end of that time, if I see crystals in the dish, that means that the water evaporated and left these crystals behind. Those crystals are the other material that was mixed into the solution. In order to determine whether a clear liquid is a solution, you evaporate it. If there are crystals, you know it was a solution because the water was mixed in with something that had dissolved. If the evaporation dish is empty, you know that all the water evaporated away and there was no solution. This concept is separating mixtures and solutions. You should know how to answer the questions, how can a mixture be separated, and how can you determine if a clear liquid is a solution?